Final Fantasy VII was initially released on the PS1 in 1997, and it was indescribably popular. It practically defined the entire RPG genre when it hit the market. Despite how old it is, it hasn't declined in sales. As of 2015, 11 million copies have been sold. Now the game is going to be back in a complete remake from scratch. The game starts with you taking control of the protagonist, Cloud Strife, and a few other people on a bombing mission. You soon find out that the group you're working with, AVALANCHE, is a group of eco-terrorists. You're all on a mission to blow up something called a Mako reactor, which is sucking the life out of the Earth for energy. The main offender of this abuse of energy is the massive corporation Shinra. They own the Mako reactors and are the ones using the energy for their own good. In the opening, you and your first companion, Barrett, fight through security guards and robots to get to the spot where you plant the bomb. As you progress through the game, you fight larger and larger enemies and become a part of something much greater. You eventually take on the final boss, Sephiroth, who is the main antagonist of the game. Along the way, you'll meet plenty of friends and party members, but you'll meet even more enemies. The gameplay is pretty straightforward. It's all turn-based RPG basics. One side attacks, the other side attacks, and so on. Of course, it's not just hitting each other with swords until one of you falls down. You have a vast variety of moves to use. Summons, spells, physical attacks, and items. In addition, if you get hit enough times, your character will reach a limit break. They'll use an especially powerful move that helps them in the worst of times. In the later part of the game, summons are the most effective means of attacking, especially if you have the right ones. In final boss battles, you can use Knights of the Round Table, which summons all of the classic knights from the tale, each dealing up 9,999 damage per hit. If you can use this in succession, you'll be unstoppable. A major part of the game is the management of materia. Materia are magical orbs made from Mako energy. They can be placed in slots found on your equipment like weapons and armor. The better the armor or weapon, the more materia slots you have. The materia all have unique effects, always with an upside and a downside. You may get the Knights of the Round material, which grants you usage of that summon, but you'll have less health. Final Fantasy VII was an absolute smash hit that rocked the video game market, and now it's back for a second round, and even has its original director, producer, and scenario writer. There's no question at all that this game will be an absolute huge hit.